Good morning. I wanted to show you a typical harvest from October. Now, it changes every month of the year, but this is what we have been getting mid-October out of the Wallapini greenhouse. During the summer, in August and September, we're getting more things from outside. Everything is harvested from outside now. So all of this came from inside the Wallapini. I know we talk a lot about planting and all of these other techniques, and we're showing a lot of the things that are going on in development of seeds and development of the farm to make it produce to feed 20 people. So what we're trying to do today is to show you the actual harvests that we have right now. So I harvested all of this morning. So we're just going to go through this and explain this to you. For herbs today, we have dill, and we have flat-leafed parsley, and we have basil. Now, I like to put them in a plastic bag. I just ran out of bags for these two, but I love to put them in a plastic bag. I plunge them in cold water, I put them in a plastic bag, and they'll last for weeks in the fridge. Although we use them all within about a week, usually. If we don't, we dehydrate it. And so that's just the way it is. If we have extra and we're harvesting more than we need, then we will dehydrate it. And then we have it dry, because a lot of these things we don't have them year round. So that's what we have for herbs today. Again, dill, flat-leaf parsley, and basil. We should have cilantro at this time of year, but I failed to get it going good. I don't know what happened. And then we've been getting strawberries. In the summertime, we've been getting 2 or 3 of these trays, maybe 4 of these trays a week. But right now we're getting 1 tray a week, but some of these are really large. They're really a nice, big, beautiful berry. Oh, it smells so good. Man alive, I absolutely love that. And then we have celery. And this is a nice big stalk. That's a good, the stalks themselves are a good 12 inches long, and the whole thing is probably 16, 18 inches long. So I'm very happy about the quality of the celery right now. Very bitter, very strong flavor. A lot of times the celery that we get at the grocery store, not very good. It's kind of bitter, not bitter, but it's just flavorless. This is a very strong flavor. Some people don't like the celery I'm growing because they say, wow, it was so strong. But if you're into that really strong flavor, you just use less of this if you're cooking something. And then we've got the green onions, and they've been doing very well. Green onions is something we can grow year-round. 12 months of the year, we can always have green onions. We simply plant them once a month, and we have them coming up all the time. And beets. Today we have beautiful beet greens with baby beets on the end. I really love to have these. They're such a good food. They're just so good. Nothing else tastes just like dirt out of the garden. Some people don't like beets because they say they taste like dirt. I really love them. I think they're really good. And then we have a big bunch of ripe tomatoes here. Hopefully we can see this. Maybe I'm going to move my camera over here and just show you these tomatoes. So the tomatoes are beautiful. About 5 varieties of heirloom tomatoes in here. Very beautiful. Very, very succulent flavored. Let's move over to these peppers. This is the last of the peppers. So these peppers, we have, all of these are mild. A couple of them are classed in the hot pepper family, but they're the mildest of the hot peppers. Even I can eat them. So they don't burn at all because I don't like hot things. But we have a few bells that are left that we just picked today. The biggest bells we've already harvested. And then we've got these beautiful chilies of all different kinds. Most of these will be processed, put in the freezer to cook with throughout the winter. The other peppers we have, these are the shishito peppers. These 2 red ones I'm going to save for seed. They do turn red when they get this way, but this was a 5-gallon bucket of shishito peppers, and this box was 2 5-gallon buckets. So it was a pretty good harvest. But for the peppers, that is the end of the peppers for this season, which is pretty exciting. And then we had a nice harvest of broccoli today. The broccoli was pretty big. It filled up a grocery sack of broccoli. Quite a few of these were side shoots from broccoli that I have already harvested, but that's pretty awesome there. And we had a couple of nice big heads. For me, that's a big head. It's probably 6 inches across, about the size of my extended thumb and finger. It's around 6 to 8 inches. So not a huge head, but it's a rounded head, which is fun. Sometimes the broccolis are flat, but this is a round-headed variety. But this will be fun. I think a lot of these are going to be blanched and go in the freezer, because we've been getting a lot of broccoli and we might be getting tired of eating it around here. The next thing is we have a bunch of greens. We have baby chard. Super fun to eat baby chard. You can use it like a lettuce. You can use it like all kinds of things. We like to pick it when they're small though. So we have the baby chard here. And kale, good old kale. You know, it's one of the brassicas. It's the same species as broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, which is interesting. They've just been bred for many different types of things. So this, in the old days, they would call kale a leaf cabbage, which is kind of fun. But here's a bunch of kale, and we could probably get 6 to 10 bunches a week if we wanted to harvest that much. But the worms are eating a lot of it. But there's the kale. And I've got 2 bags of lettuce today in the summertime. Sometimes we were harvesting 20, 30 bags of this a week. But today we just harvested 2 because that's what we needed for this week. And we've got the carrots. I just pick the carrots, put them in a 5-gallon bucket, and I clean them with my drill in the bucket. I've made videos of cleaning potatoes that way. It's great for any root vegetable. So we have a nice bunch of baby carrots ready to go. And last thing here are some salad tomatoes, a little bit bigger than a cherry tomato, but the salad tomato here, super fun. And this was just a variety of different kinds of landrace tomatoes. So hopefully this helps you to have a beautiful, wonderful garden of your own. Now what we're going to do with this is to take this produce and we just put it inside of the walk-in cooler. So I'm just going to load these up real fast and then I'll show you the walk-in cooler. I'm just going to walk over here. The walk-in cooler is right here.